everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. Tonight's matchup features two quarterbacks who will be trying to lead their team to victory. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Palmer's Cardinals. And with that, it's off to the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona, where we'll hand it over to our broadcasting team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Valley of the Sun and University of Phoenix Stadium here in Glendale. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Arizona Cardinals. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Let's go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Cuts left. And the cutback to the sideline. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. Big run on the opening drive, and they better watch out for this guy or it's going to be a long game.
Back when I played in our scouting reports getting ready for games, we put stars next to the guys that we thought were the key players on the other side. There should have been 3 or 4 stars next to that guy's name.
Throwing is Palmer. Underneath for Johnson. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll make this a second down. The inaugural drive for this offense today, and the guy we're going to talk about, Michael Floyd.
Starting to develop into a #1 receiver, a guy that you'll count on downfield.
Now Palmer to throw on second down. He checks it down here to Ellington. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there from 17 yards out. And the Cardinals take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And the Cardinals will go up 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Roethlisberger on first down. A screen to Bell. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Kevin Minter. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away?
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Larry Fitzgerald, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cardinals now adding on to their lead. So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Nothing much more rewarding than that for a guy catching it.
Not at all. And with what we just saw there, that type of a one-handed catch, what's next? Maybe they go up and almost Velcro with their jersey in the ball. That's about all that's left. That play, simply spectacular.
So a one-handed grab in the end zone. Not much more impressive than that. The Steelers, they get ready to roll again on offense, and they're reeling. They're on a 4-game losing streak, Charles. They were 4-1. Now 4-5. What do you make of the Steelers at this point?
Well, some of it comes down to health. Remember, Big Ben missed a game when he got hurt against Miami, and then they had an open week, and so he only missed the one game and came back. But his timing was off a little bit with his receivers in the next game that he played. But overall, take a look at the schedule, all right? New England was one of the losses. Dallas was one of the losses. Those are two of the better teams in the league. The ones that might regret a little bit, Miami and Baltimore. But both of those teams are playing much better in recent weeks.
Offensive starters time. Electric is certainly a word that comes to mind when you talk about Le'Veon Bell.
Love the way that he reshaped his body coming out of college. A bigger, thicker runner while he was at Michigan State. Lost weight, became more of a whippet in the NFL, and now no one can tackle the guy, whether he's running it or catching it.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Against the Cowboys, Bell 57 on the ground, 77 through the air, and a touchdown in each department.
His versatility is so good and so strong. It's a lesson for running backs everywhere. Yeah, of course you want to carry the ball. That's your number one thing. But the ability to split out, catch passes, hurt a defense that way allows you to pile up numbers that help your team.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And the 11 defensive starters for Arizona.
Deion Buchanan was drafted as a safety, but makes many of his plays as a linebacker in their scheme.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a carry for the veteran. This is D'Angelo Williams. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height, sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw. In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays. A toss play will help accomplish that, because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run, probing now early to try and get things done later.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. They go play action here on 1st down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. So they're on that play. Offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage. So as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult, because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then
so here we go, 1st and 10 now. Shift together here from the D-line. They come out here in the eye. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. On 2nd down, it's Bell. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. And this seemingly endless drive continues. An extra DB added here for the Cards on third.
Blitzer play coverage.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
It's funny, partner. Le'Veon Bell, when he came out of Michigan State, when I go back and look at my analysis of him and what my grades were for him, thought he was a big-time player, great potential, but I didn't know we were going to get this player. I was used to a big, solid, thick running back, but now I've got a full package.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown from 6 yards away. And the Steelers have now made this a one-score game. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? R-A-C?
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
J.J. Nelson now to return. And last year that would have been a net gain of 5 on the return. This year he stopped where he would have been if he had taken a knee, and that's at the 25. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them.
David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson, 75 yards. And the Cardinals are able to show off their quick strike ability. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness to it? Just getting there and taking off and going. For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, gave up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. But they brought in an extra defensive back here, so probably not expecting a run on 3rd and 3.
A good call.
He gets it to Brown. Complete. A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the 1st down. And that's what he just did.
The play clock's running down. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And the pressure will bring him down here. The Cardinals get home for the sack. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. And time for us to take a break here in the booth. More from the desert after this. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's brought down after a good gain. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son. And then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Bryant spread out to the right. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And he fires one, but incomplete. He was trying to find Ladarius Green there as tight end, and it's 4th down. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. And Boswell's kick is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. So they were able to move the ball into the red zone, but they'll wind up coming away with just 3.
Yeah, 32-yarder. That's equal to an extra point nowadays, and those are no problem for an NFL kicker.
After the successful field goal try, here's Boswell to send it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
They begin the drive with Johnson. And some room to roam now. David Johnson on his way. Touchdown, Cardinals. David Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Cardinals will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. And the lead is up to 18 now. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game.
Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Now here's a timeout defensively coming from the Cardinals. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's under pressure. They got him again. And now the Cardinals going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Now here's a whistle and a timeout. It's called by the receiving team here. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's Jordan Berry now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And not a great punt here, out of bounds in the air. They're going to say this one doesn't even get to the 40. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And there.
Faster than a hairpin trigger. Don't you say it. Don't say it. One breath, it'll just break. So shut your mouth and run me like a river. Shut your mouth, baby, stand and deliver. Holy hands, pulling, make me a sinner. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Choke this love till the veins start to shimmer. One last breath till the tears start to wither. Like a river, like a river. Shut your mouth and run me like a river. Tales of an endless ride. Cursed is a fool who's willing. Can't change the way we are. One kiss away from killing. Don't you say it. Don't you say it. One breath, it'll just break. So shut your mouth and run me.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got 2 quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Dolphins going up against the Steelers. So with that, let's get up to Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. On the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Thank you very much, Larry. We are here on a beautiful afternoon for football. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Miami Dolphins. This Miami D, 4 interceptions, obviously very crucial to their Week 10 win over the Chargers.
And when you can pick off Phillip Rivers 4 times, and return one for a touchdown. Kiko Alonso, the linebacker that Miami picked up from last year from Philadelphia, you're really setting yourself up for big success, not just on offense, but your defensive confidence really rises.
And the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Let's go. 180. 4 down. Eat these two. 180.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. Martavis Bryant past the 20. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 83 yards. And the Steelers have taken a first quarter lead. And he'll put it through to make it 7-0 Steelers. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll come out in the pistol. Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. On the stop that time, it's William Gay. Okay, the starters for the Miami Dolphins offensively. Charles, who are we highlighting?
Got to highlight Jay Ajayi, their running back. Came out of Boise State as a 5th-round pick, but most people had his talent much more like a 2nd round. There were some medical concerns with the knee, but he can do it all. Run, catch, block. He's truly a 3-down back.
Here's Tannehill now on 2nd down. Got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
I know when we talk about the NFL, head coaches often want to send messages to players, some of them more direct than others. Adam Gase really said, hey, Devontae Parker, we need you. And he responded in a big way this past week.
Had over 100 yards, first 100-yard game since week 1 against the Patriots. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And the starting defensive unit here for Pittsburgh.
Ryan Shazier ran so fast at his combine that many people thought someone actually ran for him. He's a linebacker who ran sub 4.4, and he uses that speed to make plays all over the field.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And a quick throw here, that's complete. No gain, and it's 2nd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Ajayi dropped down to being human again after a couple really good weeks. 79 yards on 19 carries. That's still pretty good.
It's still pretty good. That's the human side that really we can relate to. Before that, he was superhuman. He was just rolling, right? 200-yard games back-to-back. But he has really taken over the load for his football team and setting the tone for their offense with his carrying of the football.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Javon Hargrave in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, the Dolphins will ask Matt Darr to kick it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Steelers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Here's Roethlisberger, and it's complete to Ladarius Green. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
This offense has some speed, and certainly Martavis Bryant, he has some speed.
He has that, and he has size. That's what makes him so difficult to cover, because just when you think you have to play him one way, the other attribute kicks in. Martavis Bryant could be an all-star real soon.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell, and he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, 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 and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a third down and 5 to start things out.
Ready? These two. 50. Hurry up, let's go.
Now Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. Trying to get it there to Martavis Bryant. And that brings up fourth down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Two.
Play clock winding down. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. And they're not able to convert on 4th down. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
It's a pickup of 19, and that's good for a Miami first down. Red zone opportunity. Shift together here from the D-line. They run again with Ajayi. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that 3rd down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a 1st down.
3rd time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on 3rd, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
They'll try to run with a J. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jay Ajayi taking it in. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Now Andrew Frank's on for the point after. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They come up in an offset eye. They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he will lose it up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
When I see Cameron Wake make plays like that, I can't help but shake my head sometimes. He had to go to Canada first before he came back to the NFL, where he's now an all-pro.
Yeah, undrafted out of Penn State, but look at him now.
And just think about all the pass-rushing moves he has, his ability to play against the run. Remember, he was a combo outside linebacker, defensive end. Now he's just simply one of the best in the NFL.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. On third down, Roethlisberger. He completes it to Bryant. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Roethlisberger will throw. And Bryant's got it over the middle. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for a Pittsburgh first. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Left.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Heinz Field after this. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Bryant has it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. Simple slant route, and part of a really nice hard throw by the quarterback.
Nice timing between the quarterback and the receiver. They were perfectly in sync, and he put it right on him on the inside route.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. Finding time. And this is caught at the 8. Big game in Week 10 for Brown. 154 yards, 14 receptions, and a touchdown.
It's also looked like they're using somewhat as an extension of their running game. Right? A lot of screens, quick passes to him. And that's what you have to do. Get the ball in the hands of a player like Antonio Brown. and let them create downfield. It usually works out pretty well for you and your offense.
And the offense in a great spot. It's 1st and goal from the 3. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. They come out here in the eye. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. It's the fullback. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So now here come the Dolphins. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the 2nd half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Hey, let's look back on Week 10 for a second. What a slate of games. Seattle, New England, Dallas, Pittsburgh, New Orleans, Denver. What was your game of the week, partner?
Well, my game of the week was Seattle at New England. Seattle coming off of the Monday Nighter, going on the road, getting it done at New England, who hardly ever loses at home. And it was a Super Bowl rematch. I love Dallas, Pittsburgh, a great game. Absolutely incredible finish in New Orleans. But how about Kansas City come from 17 down to beat Carolina?
That was a heck of a game as well. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Now a 1st down throw. Tannehill going deep here for Parker. And they went big on 1st down. Proves unfruitful.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
2nd and 10. Tannehill once more. And that's complete. It's Sims. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. On 1st down, Tannehill. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up. And we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Well, they had the box stacked. That run was going nowhere from the start.
And when you say stacked, you really mean it, don't you? Because when you're talking about a 46 defense, commonly known as the Bear defense, you're covering up the guys inside, and you're allowing other people to get in there close to the line of scrimmage, usually an 8-man front. That's
Devontae Parker. And throw right side complete to Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, 57 yards. And the Dolphins are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 47 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Give him 8 on the play, and it'll make it a second down. And now the offense operates in the red zone.
Set! 180!
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And it's caught over the middle by the tight end Green. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do. And it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it. Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get them in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out?
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Antonio Brown, a 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Steelers are going to take the lead. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
I want to shift for a second and talk playoff picture. Yes, we've got a few more weeks, but the NFC East and the AFC West, if it ended today, would both have 3 teams in.
And right now, the NFC East essentially has 4 because Dallas is clear of the field. But Washington, New York, and Philadelphia really bunched in there. And then you go to the AFC West. Kansas City owns a tiebreaker over Oakland. And Denver also right there, the defending Super Bowl champs.
Back to the air, Tannehill on second down. And over the middle, this is Parker. A very solid gain of 27. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On 1st and 10, Tannehill. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Arthur Moats from his outside linebacker spot. He gets him down here for a loss of 4. So the defense gets to the quarterback. Now the offense backed up on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. It's a gain of 4, but they're still looking up here at a tough 3rd and 11.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's got time. And he is going to be wrapped up and slung to the turf. Arthur Moats in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. Here's Matt Darr now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Well, the offense lining up 1st and 10. On the counter, here's Bell. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. And in this situation with a lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
It's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take. It's a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. He's going to air one out. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. And out come the Dolphins now. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away, and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
2nd down, 9 yards to go. From the gun, here's Tannehill. And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. And the O-line will have to do a better job protecting here on 3rd down after that sack. They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. It's fielded at the 45. It'll be a 10-yard return following a punt of 45. And the Steeler offense, they're set up nicely as they take over. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They'll come out in the pistol. Again, we'll see the pistol here. Again, it's Bell. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. He's got his man here. It's Green. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
So frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Le'Veon Bell, 26 yards. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Here's Tannehill, and that's complete. It's Sims, and he's brought down. It'll go as a gain of 12, and the Dolphins are going to get a first down. Now Tannehill.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again is Tannehill. Now a desperation throw. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenny Stills, 36 yards. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown.
And they put it in the end zone, which was job 1. Now they have to convert. And then it's decision time, isn't it?
Yeah, so this is what all teams go through. You look at the clock, you're inside 2 minutes, look at your timeouts, make that onside kick decision.
Yeah, how do you feel about your defense, where you are in terms of the scoreboard, and the time left on the clock, as you noted, so many things to go through.
Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is Do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Now Bell hit. He lost the football. And can you believe this? A big mistake leads to a defensive touchdown. And they're a point away from tying this thing up. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they force the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. It's Bakari Rambo, the safety, on the stop. So just about a minute to go here, tie ball game.
As fans, we love free football. But the guys in the field don't. They're going to attack and go for the win right now.
Another pistol look here. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Steps away. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. A good grab there by the former Central Michigan man, Antonio Brown.
And he ate up some real estate on the catch, too, didn't he? I think the most impressive part of it, though, if there's a chance for him to get the football, even though he was covered.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Bakari Rambo. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. They need to get this around the 40 to have a chance to win it in regulation. From the 40, it's a 57-yard field goal, so that gives you a gauge.
And all they're trying to do now is pick up yardage in good chunks and get out of bounds to stop the clock. If they end up running a play and get tackled in bounds, they're worried the clock may run out on them and finish the game.
And they'll have to be careful how they handle this. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Tannehill surveying the field. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
Timing is crucial in any route thrown, but when you throw an out, so many things are going through the mind of the receiver. Catching the ball, timing it up with the quarterback. Are my feet going to get down in bounds? On that play, all those things going through his head might have caused him to drop it.
Tannehill now to throw. And he hits the tight end. It's Deion Sims. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to let this one go deep. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Devontae Parker was the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
Now Tannehill. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll be their third and final stoppage here as we step aside. So now this game hinges on the right. And the Steelers signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. first down throw, Tannehill. He's going to look deep down the field. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off, William Gay. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
And just a couple of scenarios here to keep in mind. One, if you want to be really aggressive, you do throw the Hail Mary and see if you can get something downfield.
What would you do?
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying...
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. Again to Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Here we go.
On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Here we go. 180. Hurry up, let's go.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And eventually brought down, but it's near the 5 at the 6. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and
this will be caught. Touchdown. They needed overtime to get it done, but put this one in the win column. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
that we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? Oh, what? We're getting overtime?
Y'all never played fair, so tell me why now should we care? Queen Bee told y'all a long time ago that we run the atmosphere. Did we build it? Yeah. Do we own it? Yeah. We even in the studios running playback. Shout out to Airman Sally, the young guard, to all the G's like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. You wouldn't need it if you knew what we overcome. Do you know all the we gotta overcome? But they ain't stopping nothing. Me and my girls on top, straight stunting. And we abide by a real strict code. Hands off my ex and homies over.
If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
We play our way.
Got to be me.
Do work all day.
We don't see defeat.
Can we fly that? Can we buy that? We even run a full court, make it stack. Shout out to Maya Moore, the young guard, to all the girls like us. Yeah, we go hard. See, this is how it feel to be a champion. We might fall down, but we never run. So proud of that we overcome. Do you know we gotta overcome? We bow down to none. I wanna hail out all my day ones. Time really does fly when you're having fun, but the party don't stop till we staring down the sun.
You try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. Kick it! Kick it! If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door. If you try to shut us down, we'll show you just how we get down. And just to even up the score, we're coming kicking down your door.
Oh, my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. I can feel it coming, troubles in the air. Oh, my Lord, the light is going down and the week is here. Save my soul. Who's on with me now? Who's on with me now?
I got a lot on my mind, I got a lot on my plate. I got a couple of trouble, I got some money to waste. I put the drinks on the you put your on the car. It's like a weekend at Bernie's and baby, you with the problem. About to get it poppin', call a Uber, cause I'm a scuba.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Anticipation is mounting for today's game, and we've got two quarterbacks looking to make an impact. It's the Steelers going up against the Dolphins. With that, let's go down to Miami. Standing by, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in one of America's finest cities, Miami, Florida. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. To get us started now, the kicker, Chris Boswell. And we are underway from Miami. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On first down, Tannehill. And that's complete. It's Sims. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A good, safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line.
It's hard to play in the NFL now as a running back and not catch the football as well. Jay Ajayi shows what you can do when you have both of those skills.
Good in space, isn't he?
He really is able to catch the ball, and he helps create blocks downfield. A lot of times that's what people miss. It's not just making other guys miss you. It's setting up
and all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Kenny Stills, 43 yards. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone. Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. Trying here for Bryant, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. Buying time to his left. And this is caught. A spectacular one-handed grab there. They got 29 yards there. And it's first down, Miami.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
they
don't
get that
they?
little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game. And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
On first down, it's Tannehill. This will be caught inside the 10. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Ryan Tannehill with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins add on to their lead.
He didn't originally want to run, but he didn't see anything in the passing game, so he scrambled, and wouldn't you know it, he scores a touchdown anyway. It's awfully nice to have a quarterback who can make things happen with his legs.
Frank's now on to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
Here we go. 230.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And Green with a catch left side. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now Roethlisberger on first down. And this is caught by Martavis Bryant. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
3 yards to go here on second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. A good pickup there, 26 yards. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
That one good for 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it, because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
Easy,
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They'll begin the drive with Ajayi. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. 2nd and 5.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is...
He's got him in, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Tannehill now, they give to Ajayi. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Offense in a good spot here, 2nd and 2. Now it's Tannehill off the bootleg. Rolling to his left. And his throw here's incomplete. Deion Sims is tight end, the intended target. And it's 3rd and short.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move them all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. You're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
The evaluation process in today's NFL does not take into account as much bulk as it does speed, and that's what we're seeing with the linebacker position. Those guys that can run, they can play at any spot because they can make plays on the opposite side of the line of scrimmage.
20.
Play fake to Ajayi. It's Tannehill. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jarvis Landry, a 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And now out come the Steelers. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say that great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And Ndamukong Suh forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kiko Alonso. And he will take this down to the 10-yard line. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately.
He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Marquise Gray, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now. Franks now on to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Okay, that incompletion gives me a chance to get your thoughts on Cleveland. Is there a win on that schedule for the Browns?
I think that there is because I just don't see this team as an 0-16 team. There is talent there. Obviously, Joe Thomas at left tackle and Joe Hayden at corner. I mean, they've got some players on the squad. But the bottom line is when you have this bad momentum going, how do you reverse it? You know the game I'm identifying? San Diego coming to Cleveland Christmas Eve. Long trip, warm weather team going into the cold of Cleveland. That could be the one.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on third down.
Here we go.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He's got his man here. It's Green. And 12 yards that time and picking up the first. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
And fits the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic. So anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football.
Martavis Bryant, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Martavis Bryant, 67 yards. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So now here come the Dolphins. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch, counter punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Second down following the run. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Trying to lay one up deep. He rifles one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the score.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. And the Dolphins offense now ready to go back out on the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
He's going to try and go deep again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. And he'll go out of bounds across the 35-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
They'll put two receivers left, two to the right.
230.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have two remaining here before we get to halftime. On first and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to sling this deep down. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Easy.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Works.
Field goal unit not out there. They want 6 before halftime. Final play of the half. It's Roethlisberger. And this is caught. It's Bryant. And it's a Steeler touchdown. Martavis Bryant in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. Boswell for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14. interrupt the action here. It's a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Here comes Grant on the return. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. This is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. See if they stay on the ground for second down. A fake to Bell. Now a rush coming, and he's taken down. Donald Butler coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. So they're behind the chains as the offense. 12 yards needed on third down. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And he locates Wheaton, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. So he makes the grab and the chains move forward.
Nice job by the offensive line, giving them time to complete that first down pass.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. They go play action here on first down. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had to fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. 10 yards still left on second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves him needing a conversion here on third and a tough 9. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on third down and 9. On third down, Roethlisberger. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Caught on the right side by Jones. It's a 4-yard pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
And that's why defensive coaches preach swarming to the football. It's usually going to take more than one guy to get that big man down.
And it did right there. Multiple broken tackles, but they eventually get him down. Here's Ajayi, and he is going to lose yardage here. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's third down.
The defense won that play so fast that I think if the running back even had time to notice if anyone was there, it was just a blink of an eye, and there was a loss on the play.
Offense trying to avoid stalling out, facing a 3rd and 10. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he finds Stills, complete. And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. So an excellent throw and an excellent catch there.
Zone coverage, which means you just have to find the open areas in between defenders. That's exactly what happened on that play.
Fresh set of downs here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Ajayi. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. They were looking that time for Leonte Carew. And that'll bring up a fourth down. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And the Steelers are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. And tough starting field position here. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. They go back to the air here after the INT. Wheaton with a catch right side. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so. Quick pass play there on the slant, Charles. Works out well for the offense.
The offense loves it. The defender hates it. Hard to get through the body of the receiver.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way down to the 37. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 51 yards. Back now in Miami. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Hauled in by Wheaton over the middle. Give him 6 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
One of the feature points of the in route is being able to make a nice throw to the middle part of the field. And for a quarterback, that's one of the better throws and better looks that he'll get. But he has to be careful not to wait too long and let his receiver wander into some tough territory. If he's late with the ball, he can get his receiver hit and hit hard.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. An extra defensive back in the game now here for 3rd and 4. To throw again is Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And they're going to speed things up here. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught at about the 6. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. It's the fullback from 3 yards out. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Tannehill looking left side. That's caught by Landry. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big play there for the Dolphins. 32 yards. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
And depending on the type of screen called, especially when you're throwing it with one of your wideouts, it's different blocking. Sometimes you get great blocking from the other wide receivers helping you. And how about sometimes getting it from the offensive linemen who sell it like a regular screen pass and then get out in front of the receiver and help him get downfield.
The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Offense readies for a 2nd and 1. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right.
380.
On 2nd down, here's Tannehill. To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the 1st down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. I think he's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd learned to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will cross the 30 down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
The screen was executed and completed, but where's the worry on the play? How many times is a quarterback going to get hit? Because offensive linemen have to do an acting job of making sure it looks like they're whiffing on blocks. But you got to slow them down a little bit, because if you don't, that's a lot of big guys coming at your quarterback in a big, fast way. And boy, he can get hurt.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to make it a 2-score game. And Frank's kick is good. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So a big one there, as that gives them a little cushion.
And you know, here in the 4th quarter, the fact that they were able to bleed some time off the clock and put points on the board, even if it's only 3, that could turn out to be the drive that ultimately.
Now on the return, oh no, the ball is loose. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And a tough turnover there, as now they will have it at the 6-yard line, 1st and goal. Out comes the Dolphin offense now as they get set to take over here. Getting down to the end here, they have a 2-score lead, barely, but it's a 2-score lead, so that probably makes you as a coach feel a lot more comfortable right now, doesn't it, Charles?
It does, but it doesn't mean now you go out and run option or some kind of wild double reverse or anything like that. But you do know that if anything does go haywire, you're still in control of this game.
I want a double reverse, don't you?
I'm just waiting for that day where we actually see something like that in this situation.
We'll see what happens here. Throwing now is Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's brought down after a good gain. It's a gain of 24 that time. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Now it's Roethlisberger. He's got no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And Ndamukong Suh in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be marked down deep into Miami territory. A big play that time for Pittsburgh. 52 yards. Bryant, the lone receiver, left. Here's Roethlisberger. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down. 18 yards there, and it'll be a 1st and goal. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league.
And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
And there's the touchdown that they needed, so they'll celebrate. But the guys on the sidelines, they've got to stay focused. The onside kick team, they need them to get the ball back.
Yeah, part 1 of the equation done. Now they need to convert and get that onside kick. So still a little over 40 seconds to go. Time enough to put a drive together if they can get this onside kick. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Dolphins are indeed going to get this, and that should all but do it. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Now Tannehill looking deep downfield. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he'll get it inside. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Here we go on 4th. Tannehill. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Mitchell. There he goes, right side. And it's a tremendous return as they finally get him at about the 10-yard line. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. And the Steelers set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out.
And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds. So with next to nothing left on the clock, they get Charles what should be the game-winning touchdown catch.
That felt so much like